What a beautiful day. So welcome to Hilly's Talk Show. Vivid View.
Say and do it.
Learn to look at things backwards, inside out, and upside down. Say something, somebody.
My name is Adebisi. Learn to look at things backward, inside out, and upside down. In anything we do, we should be careful and think about the outcome, the advantage and disadvantage before featuring into anything. Thank you.
My name is Omayeni Michael. Learn to look at things backward, inside out, and upside down. Have a deep thought, sober reflection, critically analyze every situation before taking any decisions in life. Thank you.
My name is Don Jerry. Learn to look at things backward, inside out, and upside down. Always consider the side effects and negative side and positive side before embarking on a journey. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your beautiful contributions. Learn to look at things backwards, inside out, and upside down. It simply means conduct a thorough check. As simple as that. Before you take any decision, conduct a thorough check. Are you going to pick a wife or pick a husband? Check properly the background of who you want to marry. Not just meeting here in Lagos, I love you, and you enter into marriage. Because some of the marriage doesn't last today. Is it in an office? Checks properly before you take decision. Because one single decision can destroy many things. So it is better and advisable that you conduct a thorough check before you do anything. Other people also say, look before you leap. So do that as a young man, as a young girl coming up. It is very, very important. Don't just jump into conclusions or just, I've said it, that is it. Listen to people's opinion, listen to ideas, ask questions before you now know they're starting to do. Well, go straight to our topic for today. As a matter of fact, many people have developed head and heart aches on this topic we're about to discuss today, which is the new tax law. However, we are discussing the pros and the cons of the new tax law. We'll go for a short break, and when we come back, the guests will introduce. Please stay with us. Vivid View, say and do it.
If you do not have a goal or you do not know your destination, you will end anywhere.
You know when somebody will hire you to go and kill his or her own enemy that is not yours, the right thing to do is say no to that.
The youth must ask yourself the question, what skill do I need to acquire to get money?
When you kill everybody, what will remain in the mosque? What will remain in the church?
Always change your password at least every month.
All conflicts are resolvable. Join us every Sunday on Vivid View with Hilly's.
Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, the topic is the pros and cons of the new tax law. And with me in the studio is an accounting consultant. Let's make welcome so Fadulu Tolulope.
Vivid View,
say
and do it.
Follow us on social media handles are displayed on the screen. You're welcome again.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
So may we just have your brief introduction, definition, and perspective of this subject matter.
My name is Tolulope Fadulu. I'm an accountant by profession and run an accounting support firm based in Lagos. Now, we'll be talking about something important, something that is trending, something that is misunderstood. I see skit makers making different things. I did a post recently on my Facebook. How many of you have money been deducted from your account as stipulated sometimes last year? Somebody said you will just wake up, they've removed all your money. But is that really true? But as much as possible, we'll be demystifying it today and bringing clarity to it. Now, first of all, it is a reform. Let's get that first of all. It is a reform. What does a reform mean?
It's the new tax law.
Yes, the new tax law.
Mention so that people will always know.
The new Tax Act of 2025. It is a reform. A reform means something is already existing and they are now working to improve on it. So there's particularly no new tax introduced. What is now being introduced?
Let people get it clear that there's no new tax introduced. It's just a reform. To work on what had been existing. Very clear.
Before now.
Good.
So the oppression, no, it's just a better way to manage it, a better way to administer it, and so that everybody can be on the same page. Now, I'm sure some of you, this is February, some of you have received your salary. It's likely there's a slight increase in your salary based on the new calculation. You've been paying payee before now, pay as you earn, which is for the Lagos state.
Yeah.
And there is, I'm sure by the time you get your January salary, there will be a little margin upwards. I've been seeing people on social media shouting, well, I have a 7,000 increase, I have a 13,000 increase. It depending on the cadre you have. So nothing has changed per se, but a new way of doing it. Now, the major change is more of the calculation, the tax table. The first 800 is free for individuals. The next one is 13%. The next one, the next cadre is now 15%, 18%. Now, it's not just that, okay, you are collecting 3 million. Do not slam 15% on it. No, there is a calculation to it. I'm sure your accountant will be able to do that based on the first one, remove 800. Some of you have been paying tax before. Some of you will not pay tax again. So we need to get an understanding of this. Now, where I want to be also particular is now. January is gone. Individuals, most companies have filed with the LIRS because this is Lagos State, and anywhere you're watching it, every state has its own revenue service. The federal has their own, which is now the Nigerian Revenue Service. It used to be FIRS, it's now NRS. Now, individuals are responsible to the state where you are resident. So, in the state where you are resident, your company will have filed the returns for last year. What does returns means? We paid 1,000 on your behalf. We paid 14,000 on your behalf. They now did a record and sent to the LIRS just for confirming. Now, they must have paid this last year. It's just to like a reconciliation.
All right, you stop there now. First, let's take the second question because you're almost delving into the second question.
Okay.
Second one is, what is the relevance of this new tax law?
What is the relevance of this new tax law? Yeah. Good question. Now, before now, many people are taxed, whether they deserve it or they deserve it. A research asks that good. Why are we taxing the poor and the vulnerable?
Many people don't also pay tax because so part of it.
Yes. Now, before now, we are quick to evade, but now everybody is now in a tax net. Before now, everybody is subject to tax, but now some people are exempted from paying tax. Before now, you are likely paying more, but now you are likely going to pay less. Now, the people that can shout, or they don't even need to shout, is just 2% of the whole population that are earning above 10 million, 15 million per month, technically. Almost everybody any below that will likely see a reduction in their tax. Now, the poor people.
Because that's the clarity. You know, people just think, say, hey, it's everybody. That's why I said many people develop head and heart aches when they hear about this new.
Even some people will not have to pay anything on the long run. In fact, they're working on something that, okay, the poor and the vulnerable, you carry a card. Once they come to you, you just show them a card, I'm exempted. Somebody that By the time you sell everything there,
So that will soon come out because the card is not yet out.
yeah, it's not, no,
Okay.
it's no. Now we should also not forget that
It's in
good
the making.
is the implementation will start 1st January.
Of course.
So it is still evolving. Implementation is not instant. So there's a lot of things being put in place. How it's going to, oh, we did it this way. No, it's not working. Let's change it this way. So they're still evolving as much as possible. But on the long run, people will likely pay less tax on the long run. Basically. Whether you're an employee or you're a business owner on the long run.
For the fact that there's going to be some exemption to some people, it's good to note. Because everyone thought initially that, tax now, everybody, of course, we know Lagos to always have their revenue through taxation. That has been the style of our present president when he was even the governor of Lagos State. And so that's what made people to start panicking. A lot of panic. Many people reacted in the social media. I'm sure all of us, we are reading all their back and front of these taxes. So I decided also to bring it so that for clarity. Now we have been able to know that some people might be exempted. And there's only about 2% of our population that may pay, which are regarded as the big. Before somebody earn 50 million naira per month, he's a big guy. So it's not like the rich will now be paying on behalf of the poor somehow. But I'm yet to be corrected. That's how it's I think in Western world too, they do the same, where the rich pay more for the poor. So that we poor ones can relax your mind that it's not you. We have just heard again from our guests that also they are trying to come up with a card. And when they give card for this, low ones, in society, then they will present you, whenever anybody, they present your card. The card means that you're exempted from paying tax. I think it's a good one. Let's see go forward after this break. We'll take a break now. Vivid View.
Say and do it.
Wow, welcome back. Discussing the pros and cons of the new tax law. And take me now to this question. Say, who really benefits more from the new tax law? Is it the government or the masses?
Awesome. Thank you so much. I would love to answer that question with another question.
Okay.
A teaser. What comes first, the chicken or the egg?
The hen comes first. It's the hen that gives the chicken.
So, who will lay the egg? The chicken. So, which one comes first? So, now, by the time you look at it very well, everybody is gaining. Okay. Now, we want development. The truth is this. Development will not come without the resources that will bring the development. Why is the tax important? That is where the governments generate their own revenue.
Of course.
To get things done. Now, somebody will say, the government is not doing anything. They are just eating all our money. It's not. But the truth is this. They are doing something. It may not be 100% visible. Let's use this example.
In a slow speed. They are doing it.
Imagine. Last month in Lagos. They are going on strike for 1 week.
Hey.
I know you don't like them. You think they're not doing anything. But let them go on strike for 1 week. Just last month only. You can imagine the chaos in Lagos. Let's come home. Police. Let's see if police go on strike for just 2 days. I don't know. I'm not sure many of us can sleep at home. Remember. So, now, that may not be something to you, but listen, it is a lot. We didn't just appear here. You must have taken a road. Somehow. The road, you didn't create it. Somebody did. And they've done it before. But the maintenance of it, how will it come? New roads are being built day by day. So,
that's true.
Who gains? Everybody gains. The government is able to perform their function, and the people are able to enjoy the government that they put in place. Now, the new tax reform also put some things in place that they can't just spend your money anyhow again. Those are the part of the benefits.
That's another good thing there.
They can't just spend your money anyhow.
So
there's no accountability.
We watch and be sure.
There's no accountability everywhere. There are different pegs, different controls. And that is a beautiful. So who gains? It's a win-win situation. The government gains and the people gain.
Also people gain.
So imagine your state now having 1,000 buses, electric vehicle. You know, you don't have to. You're standing at the bus stop from 30 minutes to likely reduce to 10 minutes.
That's correct.
Would that make you more productive? Yes.
Of course.
Once upon a time, I used to say somewhere, I have to leave my house by 5 o'clock. Otherwise,
5 a.m.
5 a.m. Otherwise, I'm late. But now, I can choose to leave 6:30 and I'll still get to my office.
Time.
I've gained an extra 1 hour, 30 minutes to myself. I've gained an extra one. That one is even worse. I will have to leave the house 5 a.m. Sometimes I don't get home until 11:30. What does that mean?
PM.
PM. I will leave 5 o'clock, get home 11:30, 12 PM. Get what my employer is paying for, 8 to 5. So who's paying for the remaining one? My body and my life and my family and everything. So who is now gaining now? You now have an extra time in court to spend with your family. You have an extra time to rest more. Who is gaining? Everybody's gaining. On the long run, I said earlier, you're likely going to gain a little more margin in your tax. Oh, some people said, I was reading online, some people said they had a 7,500 extra on their salary. Now imagine you are not touching that 7,500. You just choose
to save it.
It was not there before now. So it was not, you just choose to save it. 7,500 by the end of the month. How much is, by the end of the year, how much is that? That's close to almost 90,000 naira. Is that also? What will 90,000 do for you now? To do something.
Do something.
Once upon a time, we talk as we say it's only food. We did put food on the table. How much is a bag of rice for? 100 and something. How much is it now? So that means that's your money, 75 you are saving. You can have a good Christmas in December.
That's correct.
Yes. Look at the pros and the cons. So, has they added something to you? Yes. As the government gained, and before that time to do, they have done maybe your street. Now, the way Lagos State is now doing a lot of, even they are now doing some inner roads now. I was surprised that, things like, it may not have gotten to your side, but be sure you get to your side.
To go around, it's very sure.
Very, very soon.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's a very good one, because this is exactly what I want, this exposure, so that people will be carried along. And we're getting, as the discussion progresses. What is the ABS of the new tax law? ABM, A means for aims, benefits, and significance of the new tax law.
Thank you so much, ma. Aims is to make it more inclusive and more easily managed.
Yes.
The objective is to reduce tax evasion to a large extent. Now, the system being put in place is very, very robust. Now, the truth is this. Whether you are qualified for it to pay tax or not, you are already in the net. Do you have an NIN? Anybody? You have an NIN?
Yeah, of course.
Congratulations, you are in the net.
The net of taxpayers.
Yes. You may not be paying now.
Yeah.
But we are cooking you. They are preparing you for the time you. Even you can't do primary school living certificate without NIN.
Now.
You know what that means? You are in the net. Everybody is in the net. Now I'm talking as individuals now. For business name, for you to have registered your business name or your company, you are in the net. Even at the point of registration now, they are giving your TIN number. And if you are out there, you are thinking, well, I've never paid tax before. I don't have any tax ID. Nobody can catch me. They play. Let me use that word. They play. In fact, I can give you a site. Just put your name to give you a tax ID. Now, your company is supposed to give it to you because they're supposed to be remitting. But assuming you don't have it, just go to jtbtin verification.gov.ng.
Write it, guys. Write it. Write it down.
Put your name there. If you don't know your name, don't disturb yourself. Put your phone number there. That is linked to that your name. You'll be surprised. Your TIN number will come out. And if you are based in Lagos, you can go to LRS e-tax portal. Just put your name there or your payer ID. You will see. In fact, I will encourage most people, especially in Lagos, go to that particular site. One, see if your employer have been paying. The one they are deducting, you should see it there. Any other thing you pay to the government, they caught you on the road, you broke a traffic light, you should see it there. Because all the income or all the all the portal are now harmonized.
Because of the name.
Because of the name. If they come and pay something on your door that you are breaking a particular law, anytime you pay, it will link to your thing. Let me come home. Your transactions,
things you buy and all the stuff
in your bank account is linked to your name.
Yeah, and BVN.
Notice at a point in time they said everybody must link their account to their name.
What about BVN? Is it cancelled now?
BVN is just for transactions, any financial transactions.
Okay.
Whether you're a stockbroking firm, you want to buy a land, anything that has to do with money.
Okay.
The BVN is there. But the NIN, now for example, some people don't have a bank account.
But they have NIM.
But everybody must have a NIN.
Yeah.
From primary school now. Everybody must have a NIN.
Okay, from primary school, no more from the age of maturity. From age of maturity in Nigeria.
Because to do primary school living certificate now, you need a NIN. Okay. So everybody, as I said, everybody's in the net. You are now growing to that point when you now begin to pay. So the system is much more robust. And the beautiful thing is you can access it. It's not that it's only some set of people that can access it. You can access it. Just go to LIRS or go to JTB.
And that's where part of the accountability comes in. Because you can access it to know what you are being charged.
Yes.
And if you also feel you're overcharged, you can also make a protest.
You can, yes. There's a tax ombudsman that you can, like a tax appeal.
Yes. You can make an appeal. Okay.
So you can do that.
Wow. This is good to hear. So we'll take a break now. Vivid View.
Say and do it.
Wow, welcome back. We're still discussing the pros and cons of the new tax law. And Mr. Fallodo is really hitting it at the head to clear doubts from people out there. So if you listen and watch this program, you will be able to know that it's not as bad as we are thinking. People running on the tax scatter and all that. Some people were even trying to remove their money from their account and all that. Anything you do, any small thing you do, you will be charged heavily and all that. I think we are getting it clearer with this discussion. In a nutshell, hit the pros and cons of the new tax law.
Okay.
For more clarity.
For more clarity.
Yes.
Now let me just quickly clear something that is outside there as well.
Okay.
You have 4 banks account. GTB, First Bank, OPay, intentionally, I mentioned that intentionally, or whatever. Now, because people say, I'm using a wallet, I'm using OPay, I'm using PalmPay, they can't get there.
Well, where?
I want to say this again. Permit my street language, they play. Now, every bank is now linked to your NIN or to your BVN. So, somebody said, if I move money from Bank A,
so no welfare escape
to
some
Bank B.
extent.
Yeah. If I move money from Bank A to Bank B, will that be taxed? No. Don't forget, it's the same BVN, the same NIN.
Okay.
It is linked to your name.
Okay.
But if you move from Bank A to Bank B, you will still not be taxed. It's not everything that will be taxed. Don't forget, what the government is after is income. So let's state some things clearly there.
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
that's
what
the purpose
is
of this.
income to you? Now you are working a place. The first income to you is your salary.
For workers?
For workers. Now, some of us, many of us, aside our salary, we have side hustles. We should not forget that.
Yes.
That your side hustle is also a source of income to you.
That's right.
Now, the government now expect that the company will do their part, remit accordingly. But don't forget that you've not declared your total income. Some of us, we are making more money than our salary.
From the side hustle.
From the side hustle. Let us be sincere.
That's true.
Now, the government now expect you to come forward honestly that from January to December, I made so much.
From the side hustles now.
From the side hustle.
Hustles.
Okay, for example, you are selling human hair or Brazilian hair. Somebody pays into your account 1 million, assuming. Now, out of that 1 million, you're not the one producing it. You are likely going to buy from somebody. Let's assume you are buying it for 900. Let's assume. From that transaction, how much is your profit? 100,000. So technically, the income we are going to recognize for that It's not 1 million.
But
It's
100,000.
100,000.
Even anyway, just giving an example. For every 100,000 may not also be the income because transportation has not been removed from the 100,000 other small expenses.
Yes. So it's not 100,000. So, but they expect you to come honestly. Now you will be shooting yourself in the foot if you're not keeping proper records at this point.